So in today's video, we're going to be going over how to change out your door's exterior weather stripping, which is right along the side here. Now, if you haven't done this before, it's actually surprisingly easy. So today we're going to go through it step by step, and I'll show you how easy it is. So stick around. Let's get going. So right here is your door's exterior weather stripping. It's just going to be inside the frame there. As you can see, this is pretty worn out. You get a lot of little spots here that just get chewed up, things like that. That just kind of happens over time. But this is what's going to keep the moisture out, and keep your hot air or cold air inside, kind of things like that. And the other thing that does happen is this will flatten out. So over time, your door may be tight when it closes, and then all of a sudden you have a gap. And what happens is this flattens down and doesn't protect the door anymore, and you just have a gap, and you have to end up changing this out. So it's always good to do this, just make sure it's fresh. As you can see, there's some other issues with this door too. Probably needs a paint job. Pretty easy. So let's just go ahead and get this changed out. Now, the other thing you noticed here is there is a gap here. And that's partially because of this, but it's also because of the strike plate. So we'll fix both of them. But the weather stripping needs to be bigger, wider as well. But you'll see that needs to tighten up. So take care of that as well. All right, so getting this out is really pretty easy, assuming they haven't glued it. You can just take some needle nose pliers, something like that, or some vice grips, and just pull this. Pull it straight out. Now, I'm also going to take my pry bar, just kind of clean up any excess here that might be left. To help with that gap, I'm actually going to take this off and move it back a little bit. Doesn't have to be moved back a ton, but I can move it back a little bit, and it'll help the gap here when the door closes as well. Now, I'm doing this when the weather stripping's off so that I can move this back a little bit more, and it's not blocked by the weather stripping at all. The other thing I like about these big strike plates is they give me lots of points of contact, so I know it's not going anywhere. And a lot of times you get a lot of busted up spots here. These are a great replacement for it. You don't have to get one this big. Installing this is really easy. Basically, you have this piece here, and then you'll see this little spot right there. This goes inside. We're not gluing it or anything like that. We're just going to force this back inside. I'm not going to cut this. I mean, you can measure this and cut it if you want, or I'll show you how to cut it just down at the bottom. So just take it, push it back in there. As you see, that expands out more. No need to glue it because this right here will help hold it in so it doesn't come out. Push that down in there. Now, down at the bottom here, again, this stuff is really easy to cut. Take some scissors, cut it. Just take a utility knife. That works too. Cut that. And then just need to cut a little bit more off there. Cut that inside, that rubber piece. Cut a little bit of an angle, let the actual seal go a little bit long there. Then you push it in like that, and now it's all the way down to the bottom. We're going to take this thing off too. This is your corner seal. As you can see, that gets worn out pretty good too. And that one was actually nailed in. So that's why that's not, or stapled in. That's not necessary. We'll get that off. Take our new one. This one will stick. Same with what we did before. Clean that up. Take that, push it all the way back in, push it again. So you want that sitting behind that corner seal or behind that weather stripping. That'll just, it doesn't have to be way behind it, just a little bit behind it. And that'll help seal that up. Hello. Now, as you can see, that tightens that up quite a bit. There's not as much play here. Still a little bit. We can get that just a little bit tighter. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust our strike plate just a little bit. Now, what we can do is just take our strike plate and this piece right here, we're going to bend that a little bit. So just bend that a little bit there. Bend it a little bit there too. Let's put it back in, see if that helps. Now when we close this, we have even less of a gap, and our seals go all the way around. And if you need to adjust this a little bit more to tighten it up a little bit, you can. Pull that out a little bit more if you want it tighter, but I think that's pretty tight. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.